Hey, this is Ike. Got a 25-cent, 50-cent video for you today. Got some interesting hands right off the bat, so I'm just going to jump right in. I 3-bet Sick V's hijack open with the king jack there, and I'll get back to that in just a minute. But I'm folding this 4-5 suited on the button against that under the gun open. Normally that would be a call, but with short stacks in both the blinds, I think I'm getting shoved on probably in the neighborhood of 20% of the time, maybe even more. After I call, there's going to be a shove behind me, and I just think that makes the hand unprofitable. With a better suited connector like 8-9 suited, 9-10 suited, I'd probably call anyway. But with a more marginal hand, I think that it becomes a fold because of the short stacks in the blinds there. Getting back to the king-jack 3-bet, I like the 3-bet there because it's a pretty strong hand, but not quite strong enough for me to be excited about calling it against an unknown there, especially because he's a little bit less than full stacked. That makes my positional advantage a bit less and makes calling even less appealing, though I would be 3-betting rather than calling against an unknown there, even if he did have a full stack. Calling wouldn't be a disaster. I think you probably do show a very slight profit for a call there if you play it well post-flop, but you're going to be in tough situations against an unknown, much more so than in a 3-bet pot, because in a 3-bet pot, if he 4-bets, we just fold. If he calls, we just pretty much go with top pair and on the flop, and maybe c-bet bluff some boards, probably mostly check it back if we're called and miss the flop. I like the 3-bet both because, well, I think the 3-bet just as a bluff pre-flop probably shows a profit against the range with which most people are opening there, and then the range with which they're playing against the 3-bet. I'm just going to take it down often enough to show a profit. But then king-jack is a hand that plays pretty well post-flop, if I do happen to get called in that spot. So I'm 3-betting Sick V with king-deuce suited again here. It's definitely toward the very bottom of the hands I'd consider 3-betting with in a spot like this, but I actually think it's a favorable spot to be 3-betting again because of the fact that I 3-bet him last orbit, and sometimes I like to just sort of pick a fight with a player who I've got position on and hope that they'll overreact to my aggression and sort of spew against me. I mean, he shoved on my raise here, and obviously that's not good because I don't have it this time. But if there's anybody who's likely to take it personal that you're playing hard against them, it's the guy with 60 big blinds and a vampire face avatar. So I'm going to pick a bit of a fight with Sick V in this video, and we'll see how that works out.